Episode 10 of the day of the Jackal wastes little time as Inspector Anna rings Nuria about the assassination. This is all a backdrop to the real drama here. Police has caught the Alvaro, brother of Nuria. Nuria informed the Jackal about this, as the Jackal is on the run from the authorities, who are still after him. He manages to slip away though, but it's still touch and go. Back into Croatia, UDC is dead though, and with that, the Doghouse board postponed the river launch indefinitely. With the Jackal having been successful, the board are told they need to clean up loose ends. Back at MI6, Bianca is still on the case and more determined than ever to find the Jackal. She comes to discuss it with Isabel, as she knows that the hit from the boat is not dissimilar to that of Tiguero's killing, both of which done from a big distance. Isabel is having none of this, and she told Bianca, "I have closed this case, and you have to take some rest now, or change the job permanently as we have lost much time, money, and lives because you have failed." Bianca isn't playing this the right way. In fact, when she refuses to entertain Bianca's plan, Bianca quits. The Foreign Secretary shows up to see Isabel, where it becomes clear that the two are in collusion together. It turns out she was dirty after all, and Isabel is convinced that Bianca will hand her resignation notice in. That's a problem, though, as the Foreign Secretary worries that she could be a liability. To prevent that occurring, the Secretary wants Bianca to go after Jackal and take him out. Then they'll take her out, covering all their tracks. The Jackal ends up in a car crash and tips upside down after swerving away from a kid with a football in the street. On the other side, Nuria comes to police station and saves her brother on bail. She told him, "Get out from my life. You have endangered our life. You are like your father, get lost and never come back." One van driver grab out the Jackal from the car and save him, but Jackal showed him a gun and takes his van and moves away. With her job gone, she arrives at school and apologizes to Paul for what's happened. She just wants her husband back and knows that they're a team. It's a sweet moment, especially as she owns up to not always being there for them. He's on borrowed time, though, and manages to slip away, getting a lift from an elderly couple to the border of Montenegro to get out the country. It doesn't take long for Isabel to show up as she tries to talk her way back into work. On the way, though, he finds his own moral compass challenged, with the pair scared if he didn't drive towards the border of Montenegro. Not only that, but she's also backtracking on wrapping the case up. Isabel told her that we have to finish it what we have already started, and I'll help you with all resources. Bianca needs to do this under the radar, an unsanctioned operation, and you must eliminate him. Then Bianca replied, "No and sorry." After traveling a long drive towards the Montenegro border, at night Jackal decided to take some rest. Unfortunately, Liz stabs Jackal in the shoulder, and her husband tried to kill Jackal. He's forced to kill them both. So Jackal did it. That night, though, Paul believes Bianca should go and do it. Jackal rings her wife Nuria, and he told her that we have to go for a trip. Nuria asked, "Are you okay?" Jackal said, "As I have told you, that it was a last job, and it's done. So we have to go to Trip Cayman Island or Turks or Caicos, if you wish." Jackal was happy now and said, "I love you." Nuria also replied, "I love you too." Bianca enlists Vince's help, and they head out to Spain together to chase up the Tiguero link. On the next morning, Jackal blasts the van by Time Boob and ran away in a bus. They speak to Inspector Anna, who has decided to release Nuria's brother after investigation because he's not involved. Bianca gets nowhere, but Vince's soft touch works wonders to bring up Alvaro's file. Anna informed them that Alvaro's sister is married with a rich Englishman. This links back to Nuria and subsequently Charles. Just like the Jackal, the pair decide to wait and figure it out. She knows there's a bigger plot at work here and wants to know what it is. As for Nuria, she's had enough and packs up all the money, contemplating running away. The Jackal makes it to Spain. Jackal messaged Leonore about his payment in 24 hours. So Leonore talked to her board member, while Leonore is told her fee will be paid when she makes contact with someone called Simon. Leonore senses a ruse and that she's going to be killed and manages to get away before that happens. Back in Spain, Bianca and Vince has reached near to the Jackal house. Bianca wants the Jackal alive so that they can find the fucking truth of all incidents. So they decided not to kill him and wait for his arrival. Leonore comes to meet Simon, but she played a game with him. She herself ran away from hotel. Nuria leaves in a taxi with her son, away from this life. Bianca realizes she's going in a taxi, so she's running away, not toward danger. As for the Jackal, he heads back home, prompting Bianca and Vince to close in. As they do, Leonore rings and warns that the authorities are coming for him, and he needs to move. It turns out Nuria has actually left a sizable amount of money in the drawers, allowing the Jackal to pack his stuff. As he does, Alvaro stumbles around the mansion drunk. He immediately fires his gun, and the pair kill him. The Jackal, meanwhile, decides to lock himself in the safe room. When Bianca hits the fire alarm, the Jackal kills Vince, quick as a flash, from the hallway. Bianca wants answers and even calls him Duggan. She points out she does this because she likes to win, and the Jackal says the same thing. She offers to help him get Nuria back and eventually shoots her. As blood oozes from Bianca's mouth, he takes off. However, despite winning at his job, he's lost his family and remains deadest on finding them. Unfortunately, he's hit by a car on the road in a shocking accident. Back in London, Isabel is promoted up to chief, while Osi has a message from Bianca, confirming that Isabel is the corrupt agent here. He deletes the message, covering it up. As for the Jackal, he's still alive following the accident. He meets up with Leonore, who points out that there's another unpaid debt that needs to be followed up on. That being, of course, the powers that be in New York. Before he agrees to it, he wants to find Nuria and his son. By saying this, he moves away, and then Leonore said good luck. I hope you've enjoyed this series recap. So, subscribe, like, and share this channel for worldwide web series.